guys, so until Halloween is passing, we're doing Thomas and Friends spooky ones. So we're doing this one called the Ghost of the... Hang on a minute. Ghost of the Old Sighting. So let's go. I do not know Thomas and Friends, but tell us everything and let's go.
To all those people watching, I'd like to remind everyone that this
No, we're not
Toad
hearing
had
this.
broken away from Oliver's train, and by no fault of his own, had been diverted to an old siding to avoid a nasty accident.
Yeah, I remember that.
To hear James talk, one would think that Toad had fallen into the pond for an entirely different reason. Trying to be a goods engine, were you? James guffed. Trying to shunt in the siding, were you? Honestly, Toad, if you were going to pretend to be a proper engine, you could at least have done it in a proper yard. Oliver, red in the face, was about to retort when Toad gave him a smirk. Toad was a no-nonsense sort of brakeman and was not about to let James get the best of him. "You're right, Mr. James," Toad began. "It was very silly of me to think that I could be as splendid of an engine as you." James was disarmed and smiled naively. "But," Toad began, his voice shaking in false fear, "there was something wrong with that siding. Isn't that right, Mr. Oliver?" "Oh, yes," Oliver muttered, his lip quivering. All around us was scrap and...
Oh, guys, please keep me in your prayers. I forgot to mention, please. Keep me in your prayers. I sprained my toe down near to my foot area. Mom's getting medical tape to tape my toe for the next few weeks so that it can still work. So please keep me in your prayers.
Poor Mr. Oliver can't even speak of it. If only I'd known before I went there. Oh my. James, who had to pass by the siding on his way home, was suddenly very nervous. That evening, James was pulling the return passenger train to the junction. Up ahead was the old siding. Scrap was scattered everywhere, and thick weeds grew amongst the rusty rails and worn-out sleepers. It seemed to James that something awful must have happened there. Then a voice echoed from somewhere nearby. "Help me! Help me!"
Oh, no.
James jumped. "Who's there?" he cried, but there was no answer. "Come on," said James's driver. "It's only the wind." But James was not so sure. The next day, James saw Toad again. "You were right," James said weakly. "There is something wrong with that siding." "What happened there?" "An old engine came off the rails there many years ago," Toad said. "He was so badly damaged that his crew decided to leave him there. Over the years he's rusted away, and now only a shell remains." James gulped. He would have to pass by there again tonight and was most frightened. As James sat at the station before the siding waiting for his passengers to get on board, he thought about what Toad had said. If the old engine really was left there, his ghost must have lingered. Soon James set out. Up ahead, the siding came into view. "Help me! Help me!" called the voice again.
Who's doing that?
James
Seriously.
began to quiver. "It's the ghost!" he cried. James didn't realize that the points leading to the siding had been changed, and suddenly he began heading into the old siding. "Oh, horrors!" he cried. His driver applied the brakes, and he came to a standstill just before falling into the muddy pond. "Someone's there," his driver whispered, and 3 shadowy figures ran from inside the nearby shed.
What?
"Stop!" But they were already gone.
Who were those guys? The mystery continues.
James reversed out of the siding and began down the main line once again, thoroughly confused about what had happened. At the next station, the passengers were most upset about the delay and told the Fat Controller about James's runaway. James's driver told him what had happened. I'm sorry for the detail, he said, but this really was not James's fault. We must investigate what happened in that siding. The next night, James returned to the old siding with the Fat Controller on board, and sure enough, the points were changed again. Soon they heard a spooky voice coming from the siding again.
Is it Oliver and Toad?
Leave at once. The Fat Controller switched on a spotlight, and 3 little boys covered their eyes. There's your ghost, the Fat Controller chuckled. Boys, changing the points nearly caused James a nasty accident. We're sorry, they said. We only wanted to play a little game. Soon the boys were taken home, and James was left feeling relieved.
Woo!
The next
I'm like,
day,
did Oliver
James
don't do
stopped at the yard
something?
where Oliver and Toad were waiting. I heard you saw the ghost, Mr. James, Toad laughed. Those little boys must have had the same knack for storytelling as you do, Toad, Oliver guffed. James didn't say anything, but began thinking twice about making fun of Toad the Brakeman again.
Ah, that was a good one. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you all on Thursday. This is K Bear 101 signing out. Adios, everybody.